Welcome to day 2 of our Christmas in July mini series. I've decided to do a trio of trees, and so if you missed day 1, I will link that in the description for you. It's also on my Christmas playlist, which has other paintings that I did last Christmas. Today we are just using 2 colors. We're using Sap Green and Aqua Green from my Winsor & Newton set, and then I've also mixed these 2 together, which is going to give us our 3rd color in the tree. So it's going to be very simple to start off. I'm just grabbing a pencil and I am going to do a very light triangle. We're not looking for any sort of perfect lines here. If you want perfect lines, you can go ahead and use a ruler. Rulers in art, they don't mix for me, but that's okay. Some people do, and they do beautiful art. I go for more whimsy and wonky, so let's go for it. I'm using a size 6 snap brush, Princeton snap brush. And just going to put a little water on my brush and come on into our sap green. And I'm going to do some downward strokes, just following loosely our triangular shape here that we drew. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm still getting used to this paper. I did a practice in my other sketchbook, which is kind of, well, it's not 100% cotton paper. It's not really good paper, period, but this paper I love, and the paint just goes on it differently. I'm going right in as it's still wet, and I'm going to just do a second little layer of paint here. I am going to fill in all the white spaces. I'm also coming out, you can see, not trying to stay super duper in the triangle. I want it to be, like I said, whimsical. All right, if you wanted more like brush strokes showing, you could let this first layer dry a little bit first before applying the second layer. But I'm just going to now go right into our mixture of the 2, Aqua Green and Sap Green. This is still wet, and I'm going to come on in and let them blend together. Just letting them blend together, and then coming out a little bit here too, because we don't want it. I'm not going for a perfect triangle. If you wanted to achieve that perfect triangle shape, you could tape it off and just paint within the borders of the tape. This mixture of the 2 colors are just gonna tie everything together once we add the aqua green at the top. And if you want less saturated colors, you just add more water on your brush. If you want it to be a little more transparent, or just, I don't know, whatever you're going for, just play with your different water to paint ratios. And again, this is still wet, and I'm going right into our aqua green, which looks pretty blue, doesn't it? But we're going to let that blend as well. I love aqua green. It wasn't in the Winsor & Newton set that I purchased, but I had it previously. I think I actually got it at Hobby Lobby back when I didn't even know that tube paints were different than pan sets. I didn't know anything, so I just bought it because I liked the color. And just coming up here to the top of our triangle, now you can just kind of look at everything, see if you want to swing out any paint. I don't know, words are not coming to me today, but you know what I mean. And once you're happy with what you've got, you can stop there. I want the trunk of my tree to be this middle color, I think. We'll see. We're just going to draw, and if this is still wet, that's great. I'm not sure that it is. Yeah, if it is, it'll blend in there nicely, but that's okay if it's not too. It'll just be a little standalone trunk without blending. I could blend it easily, but just doing a basic rectangle there. I want it to be a little bit darker than that even. Maybe I'll add some aqua to that. And I might even add a little sap. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I want more aqua. A little bit darker. Maybe a little too much water, so I'm just gonna, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going like this on my paper towel, drying it, wiping off some of the color, And then I'm just going to tap in here, and that soaks it up. When you do that with your brush on the paper towel, it kind of acts like a sponge. Then you put it back on your painting. So that's nice. Okay, going to let this dry. I'm actually going to help it dry with my trusty old heat gun. Actually, before that dries, I want to just get water on my brush only, and I'm going to just tap up into the trunk for a little, just to kind of ground the tree a little bit. That makes sense. And if I get too much cauliflower stuff because I put too much water up in that trunk, we'll deal with that after everything dries, no problems. And I'm just being very loose with the water here. A little bit more over here. Okay, now we're going to dry it. Okay, have to laugh at myself because I realized as I was drying this, I'm just looking at it, admiring it because I love how the colors blended, and then I was like, oh, I skipped a page. Did not intend to do that. So that's okay. The next video of our Christmas tree trio will be right here. All right, once this is completely dry, I'm bringing in my white gel pen. It's a Jelly Roll size 10. And there are so many things you could do right here. You could draw in a bunch of little swirls. You could do little dots all over it. I am just going to do some whimsical kind of branch indications. That doesn't really make sense, but you'll see what I mean. We're going to start up here. See what I'm doing there? And then I'm going to come down to this section. Okay. Nothing precise happening here, folks, as usual, right? I'm going to do this one a little swoopy. My gel pen is kind of struggling here, but that's okay. Sometimes you just have to go over it. It can be frustrating, but also it's like not a big deal. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. All right. And it could be too that I did not let everything dry completely as I see paint coming onto my pen. And you would think, oh, maybe I should stop and let it dry, but nah, we're just going to keep going. All right, a couple more. And then our last little section here. Okay, love it. I'm going to let it right here. And there we have it, day 2 of our Trio of Trees Christmas in July mini-series. And I hope you enjoyed it. 3 sections of colors, a little splash of gel pen joy, and I hope it made you smile. I hope it gives you some inspiration to do something on your own. If you do try it, I love hearing from you, you know. And tell me if you did something similar to this. Did you do some swirls? Did you do some lights or ornaments? I would love to know. And be sure to join me for day 3 of our Trio of Trees series, in which I'm actually going to be painting 3 trees on one page. So a little trio of trees within our Trio of Trees series. And they're going to be easier than even this one. So I hope you'll join me for that. Until then, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.